So let's talk about 621.
Sure thing.
Your program coordinator, you wrote up a lot of these course descriptions and stuff. Tell me what you think about 621. What in your mind, what's the purpose of 621 overall? What's the big concept that we're aiming for here?
Well, a lot of the courses in the program are skill-based. This is, and then we've got some courses that are more philosophical-based, like 628. This course is really the integration course. This is all about, okay, there's all these different technologies out here.
Yeah, there's too much that you can't cover them all.
No. How can you just integrate technology into the classroom? Now, we've got an undergraduate class that's similar.
So how's this one different?
Well, this one, the technology changes so much that this can be somewhat of a reinforcer, a refresher type of course, but also it goes further. Some of you may have had, if you went through the undergraduate program, teacher ed programs here at Moorhead, may have had EDEL 302. But at the time, we weren't talking Web 2.0 5 years ago.
No.
We weren't talking about
3 years ago.
About things like Prezi or Extra Normal, any of these really cool programs that are out there that you can incorporate very easily into the classroom. And now they're available, and it's kind of it's professional development for the teacher in technology integration. Is how I look at it, and really pushing. I come from a humanistic background in terms of instruction, in that to me it's not about the assessment. It's not about the content. Both of those are important. It's about the process of learning how to learn.
Right.
And continuing that striving to learn, that learning process, that lifelong goal.
Yeah.
And then that's how I envision, of really taking an active role in your own learning environment and your own learning experiences, picking up new technologies.
So I think that's one of the big things about going to graduate school in general.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, absolutely.
I'm teaching the 302 class that he's referencing. I'm teaching it this semester, and I'm pretty much going to spoon feed them. Here's this technology. Use it. Here's this technology. Use it. And I know as we've designed this course, we're going to show you some technologies, but you're going to go find other technologies, and we're not going to tell you. We're not going to tell you how to use them. You're going to tell us how you would use them, and it's going to require you to really kind of expand your horizons and to think. And for some people, that's very frustrating. But Dr. Miller and I are very much the same in that way. It's graduate school.
Absolutely.
And it's time for you to start thinking beyond. Graduate school is not a time to be spoon-fed anymore. But we like to. I still think we're good to work with.
Oh yeah.
And we're going to be helpful. But it's certainly not. We're not going to tell you the answers on those types of things.
And one of the major project in this course is a technology integration project. One of the things that just drives me batty about public education, and not just in Kentucky, but throughout the United States, is we really engage in telling the students what we expect of them.
Right.
Not what do you feel you need to learn. Even with professional development, I remember back when I guess it was around 2001, teachers in Kentucky, they have to get so many hours of professional development, and all of you all know that, as at least those that are Kentucky teachers, probably outside too. But back in the early 2000s, and 99 and that period before, teachers came up with their own professional development plan. It was a really innovative idea that they looked at what are the things that I need to learn to be a better teacher. And then they would go, they had a list of professional development courses that were available that they could then enroll in throughout the year, and especially in the summer, where the Kentucky Educational Cooperative groups throughout the state would provide, or there might be other groups that were doing it. And now we've moved and it was a great example of teachers taking control of their learning, of their professional growth in learning, to discover new things and to enhance their skills. We've gone backwards to this point where schools are saying, okay, this grade level, you all need to have training on Rigby math, or you need on this grade level, you need to go through training on how to use accelerated math for your classes. They may not need that. They may need something else. And here they are, they're getting all of these professional development trainings that really may not be beneficial to them in the long run as teachers. And we do that with our own students. We say, okay, this is what you need to learn. This is what I expect of you. I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do to get this grade. And so one of the projects that comes out of my research on person-centered learning is that students should be able to have the opportunity to take control of their learning. And so the big project in this course, you all are going to tell us what you're going to do for your project. In fact, you're going to create the rubric that Dr. Curry and I are going to evaluate you on.
Yeah.
Now, this drives people
You can't
nuts.
say complete and not complete. That's not a good rubric.
No.
Somebody will try that.
Probably. But this is one of those projects where always people are like, what do you want me to do, Dr. Miller? And my answer is, what do you want to do? And it drives people bonkers because they want to be told what to do. Why should I tell you what to do? You are in control of your learning. Yes, in Kentucky, teachers have to get a master's or get 30 credit hours to get their rank 2 and also to be able to stay in teaching. That doesn't mean, though, that you can't focus on things that you feel you need to learn. And take advantage of that. I mean, this is a graduate degree, so push yourself. It would be really easy for you to do something simple, a real simple PowerPoint technology integration. But probably a lot of you already know how to create a PowerPoint. Why not push yourselves to do something more? Throughout this course, I hope that you all will push yourselves to explore new things and new ideas and new technologies.
And if we think you're not, we're going to let you know you're not.
Yeah, and
it's not our first rodeo.
And we're going to prod you.
We can spot that a mile away.
But this is one of those things. We are in such an incredible time in terms of technology that there is so much stuff out there, and so much that fits within that. There is so much technology out there now that there's a wide variety of different technologies that fit different aspects of learning that we can integrate into the classroom. And we don't have the time to hit every piece out there. So we're going to be pushing you all to share with us and with your classmates on what's out there and how it could be used.
Yeah. And, I just want to echo what Dr. Miller said about this taking control of your own learning. And it's something that I know that he and I are both passionate about. A quote that I always have hanging in my office or on my door comes from Jacob Bronowski's Ascent of Man, and it's actually the quote on my Facebook page, right? That it's important that students bring a certain ragamuffin, barefoot irreverence to their studies. They're not here to worship what is known, but to question it. I really enjoy the academic debate. If my students want to question me on something I say, okay, let's talk about it. I thought I was wrong once, but I was mistaken. Think about that.
Mm-hmm.
But I enjoy that academic debate, and I think that's what we're here for, is to think about, it. I push you to try to, if you're going to make a comment, you better be ready to back it up.
Right.
I like that. You make sure that you know what you're saying, because I'll question you on it, and I want you should feel free to ask me the same, back that up, Curry, where's that from?
Right. And there's no reason why you can't back it up when you can look online really quickly now. It's not like back in the day where, oh, yes, I do know that there is something. Let me run to the library and spend a couple of hours there in the stacks and see what I can find, and then I'll come back and I'll reference it. Right. Now it's like,
pull out your phone.
Pull out your phone and Google it. Use Google Scholar. Use Wikipedia. Mm-hmm. Don't reference Wikipedia. Go to the references.
It's a good jumping off.
And use that to jump off. You can find things that can support what you say. Now, make sure, though, just like with anything else, though, make sure it's not just a one-off.
Triangulate your data.
Piece. Triangulate so that you can show that, yes, multiple people are saying this.
But I think above all, the message here for 621 is we're going to expect you to push yourself. It's about integrating technology in a meaningful way, and we expect this class to be fun, and we expect it to be interactive, even across sections. Dr. Miller will pop into my section and make comments.
Dr. Curry will pop into mine.
And absolutely, and you should treat it, our comments in each other's section as equally authoritative. He has tenure. But because he and I just sit and collaborate, our plan right now is to shoot a quick video every week, kind of discussing the topic just like this.
May not always be as long as this one.
I hope not. This has been almost 20 minutes, but that's okay.
I say we should go for a full movie. Hour and a half?
Hour and 30?
Hour and 30?
Yeah. Well, let's see if we can put him to sleep just all the way, right?
I hope you all have some popcorn.
Yeah. What kind of milk? 2% of skim.
That comes from a commentary. Just if you need a hint.
Yeah, it comes from a commentary. That's funny.